Alzheimer's Day. And BioV, who does have a headquarters right here in Nevada, is working on new research regarding Parkinson's and Alzheimer's disease treatment. Joining me now with more is Dr. Joseph Palumbo. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Palumbo.
My pleasure. Good morning.
Good morning. So let's talk a little bit about this new drug that BioV is working on here to treat Alzheimer's, and is that in Parkinson's as well?
That's correct, yes.
Tell me a little bit about that.
Very happy to. So we've developed an experimental medication that we're testing now. It's called NE3107. And what NE3107 tries to do is it tries to replicate some natural processes that exist in the brain and the body to reduce wear and tear on the brain, reduce inflammation, improve how energy is transmitted within the brain by improving insulin sensitivity. And our initial work in both Alzheimer's, dementia work, and in Parkinson's related to movement and other symptoms, it's been very encouraging. So we continue our research, and we're proud to be located here in the state of Nevada.
That's fantastic. Now, tell me a little bit more about how this relation between inflammation and Alzheimer's is connected.
Yeah, so inflammation is sort of in some ways difficult to understand, but if we talk about the brain, all of us know about the neurons in the brain. That's the part that helps us move and it helps us think. But there are other brain cells that are not necessarily neurons, and some of these are called glia or microglia, and there are others, but they're there to protect and support the brain. And so you can kind of think of this like the old game of Pac-Man. Where these cells go off and they eat the things that hurt us. But if they're indiscriminate, they can actually hurt the neurons as well. And the things that make inflammation occur, the things that make cells angry when they shouldn't be completely angry, are conditions that in many ways are reversible. Things like diabetes, things like weight gain, things like high blood pressure, related to lifestyle. And there are some natural processes that counter that. And what the BioV drug is trying to do is to replicate some of those natural processes.
Okay, and Nevada specifically is expected to see a 30% increase in dementia rates between 2020 and 2025. That's the third fastest rate of increase in our country. Why do you think that is?
There are lots of potential reasons. I think one of the reasons is Nevada is a nice place to live. It attracts a lot of people. And there are lifestyle elements that people can manage. Those things that are good for your heart and good for your body, they're good for your brain. Your brain will thank you. But some of those behaviors that we can manage, they may be something that is happening in the state of Nevada that we can manage.
Okay. And lastly, I want to talk to you about cost, because this is something I think we all need to think about going forward and planning for retirement. Should one of these diseases happen to affect us, it's going to cost a lot of money to treat. So we should probably think about saving a little bit more than maybe we already were.
Absolutely. If we become unable to care for ourselves, if we start making bad decisions, frankly, someone has to protect us from ourselves and the things that we can no longer control or predict. That can be home care, which can be expensive. It can even lead to needing to live someplace out of our own homes where others look after us 24/7. And those costs can be quite considerable. It's reasonable to consider insurance for these types of care. But the better choice perhaps is as early as we can in our lives to start taking good care of ourselves. Watching our diet, watching our blood pressure, watching our blood sugar, doing those things to keep us active and happy. If we've got a little depression, talk to a doctor, get it treated. But these are the things we do to protect our brains and to keep our wallets just a little fatter.
Okay, thank you so much for joining us. We learned so much from you today, Dr. Palumbo, and we look forward to hearing more as BioV gets ready to get that drug on the market.
Absolutely, my pleasure, and we'll keep you updated. Thank you.
Thank you.